Hi everybody, it's Meredith Willett here, and I want to help you get through the puffy couching for your popcorn on the Backyard Birds canvas. And the first one we're going to do is you're going to take your pearl cotton number 3865, it's kind of a light creamy color, and you're going to cut 3 pieces the width of your stretcher bars. This is the short width, not the long. So you're going to have those, and I've already done that just to go a little bit faster. So that's our beginning. And then you want to take one more piece and cut it about 1.5 times the short width of your stretcher bars, just giving you a little bit extra pearl cotton for couching and then eventually tucking under on the back. So what we're going to do is, first I want you to see, if you will look down here, you can see some of the puffy couching that I've already done and in the process of getting that couching in. So it's very fluffy. If you look at from the side, it stands up, which is really fun. So here's how you want to start. You're going to attach your longer strand of pearl to the canvas, and then with a pinhead stitch. And if you can see that, it's attached right in the center, and then I left a little tiny piece of the tail, so you just cut off all the way down to the canvas. And what we're going to do is we're going to double your thread that you cut. Here it is. And we're going to attach that, go to the other side. It's just an easy beginning is what it is. And then what we're going to do is come down about 2 to 3 canvas threads. And you're going to couch over the top. Now, the trick that I have found with puffy couching is that every single time, once you've done a puff, I'm going to call that a puff, and we're going to puff it up just a little bit. Every time you do a couching stitch, you want to come to the canvas, get away a little bit away from the extra pearl cotton and do another pinhead stitch. Now, in the beginning of your stitch guide, there's all the instructions on how to do a pinhead stitch. They're very, very helpful, and I just feel like that if you will try it, you'll be amazed at how really great they are. So what we're going to do is then decide where you want to go. And it's okay if you need to take them out, like if you feel like that it's not exactly what it should be. Now, basically, you can see where I'm going is I'm only 1 canvas thread away. So the puffy couching part needs to be pretty close. Oops. I showed you that and it popped right out. Let me get over the top of it. And I try to straighten these threads out so they're not too, there we go, that's good. They're not too twisty. Now we'll put another pinhead stitch in. The pinhead allows it to be puffy and not losing any of that puff when you move to the next spot. So if you were to look at this first one that we did before, you can move them and puff them up a little bit more, or you can pull it down, but it's nice and secure. That little tacking stitch is really nice and secure in there. So let's do another one. And if you put it in and you just don't like it, take it out. It's okay, because this is trial and error a little bit with this puffy couching. They don't have to be the same distance apart. Popcorn all looks different. Look, I pulled that down really tight. It made a little twist. It's kind of nice. And then do your pinhead stitch over here to hold that in. And as you're going, you'll stitch right over the top of those pinhead stitches. You just keep turning and turning until you get that little section and area full. Now, let's talk about what happens. And I've put really good pictures on your stitch guide. But here's the back. I hate you looking at the back, but here's the back. You pull all your threads to the back, and that one thread that's a little bit longer, you can separate these into groups of 3 or 4, and then you whip stitch them in with that strand that's a little bit longer. So, and then you just cut off the tails. So I'm just catching the threads that are on the back. It's not going to the front of the canvas at all. You're just whipping it. And then they're in there really nice and secure, but they're not too bumpy if you were to do all of them at the same time. So I think that this should help you a lot. If you have any questions, just make sure you send me an email and I'll be glad to help you.